Yeah, Nate. Yeah, good to hear you, man. You know, hey, it's a little cold outside, but yeah, I'm meeting up with Roger. I know, he's pretty sad. I know, he's pretty depressed. And, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't do anything crazy, Yeah, right. Yeah, no. Roger's gonna meet me in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I'm gonna try to cheer him up. Don't you sweat it. Nate, you know I got your back. Yeah, just say hi to Cynthia for me. All right, you two have a good time, okay? All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Hey, hey, Mike. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you.
Roger,
Yeah, nice to see you.
nice to see you.
Yeah, oh, thank you, thank you. Good. I'm glad you called me to come out here. I needed to get out of the house.
That's what I was thinking.
It's nice to take a walk, just get away from the memories and get out in the open air. See somebody. Nice to see somebody I know here. I was locked up in that house, and it was like I was all alone, and all I could think about was Cynthia. Since the time I woke up this morning, all I can think. I'm just so glad to get the hell out of the house, away from her. So I especially appreciate your inviting me out here to meet with you.
It's a cold day, even for January, but I appreciate you joining me here.
Ah, no problem. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to. I'm glad to. It's just so I got to get out of myself. I got to get with people. We know each other for a long time. I'd do anything for you. And, you're a better friend than some other people I can name. People must be living out here. Look, there's this teepee here. And some kids hung a tire over here in the woods.
On the 4th of July, they have fireworks right over there.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Well, I gotta come here. Jeez, I gotta do
Did you
something.
get your sighting of the birds here?
Well, I saw plenty of ducks.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it made me wish I last time I saw ducks in such numbers, I was hunting them.
I didn't know you hunted, Roger.
I did it many years ago for a little while, but I was just no good at it.
Well,
I don't have the heart for it.
it's my understanding you were hunting maybe many years ago when you found Cynthia.
Well, we first met a long time ago. It was around that time when I was doing that, yes, because I knew her father and my father because they did business. And we first met then, but it wasn't until it was about 2.5 years ago that we actually really started to get to know each other.
That's Mr. Freen?
That's right, that was Mr. Freen, yes. And he and my father did business. We first knew them when we were in Borough Park and they were in Midwood. My father knew him slightly. And then when we moved out to the island, that's when my father started doing business with Stan Freen. And I got to know Cynthia. Well, that was just a little bit. It's like, because from the first time I saw her, I thought, this woman, this girl is so gorgeous. I have no chance, just none. And it wasn't until 2.5 years ago I first started to get to know her, and I realized how wrong I was. It's like, it's just, I can't, you know her, it's like,
She was a hottie.
you can't look at her without desiring her. It's impossible. But she was a real person, underneath those looks, she was a real person. I thought a real good person.
Yeah, let's distract you though. I know
I know.
you're almost at the point of morose, kind of down and
well,
out.
that's what I'm trying to get away from.
Yeah,
It's
you got to
just
cheer
horrible.
up. You got Roger, cheer up.
It's easy to
Look,
say.
smell the fresh air, Roger.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's right. I mean, I'm glad I'm out here. It's to stretch my legs and get away from the house, which is nothing but memories of Cynthia, and the television and the internet, with all these things I don't need to see because they remind me of Cynthia.
Just take a look at that view, Roger.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
The birds out here,
I know.
I want you to take a deep gander at what the birds are doing.
That's very amusing. Yeah, I mean, I was further down the river on the way here, and I can see a couple of them there, but there were like flocks of them, tons of them, geese and ducks both. And it's fascinating, you know, just fascinating, beautiful.
Takes your mind off the women sometimes.
Oh, God, I need to have.
You might find a fat beaver here. There's a good chance that you saw maybe the small swans flying out here too.
I saw a couple big.
Don't let this be your swan song, Roger.
You got a million of them, don't you? Do you ever consider nightclubs?
And you saw the mallard. What kind of species of animal is that? What kind of...
Well, they're all, yeah, those are ducks.
What?
Very good, Mike, very good.
Just don't call me down.
All right.
Not down and out anyway.
Now,
But, you know, when you say duck, it puts things in my mind.
I'll bet. I'll just bet it.
PTSD, the sound of gunshots in the morning growing up in Chelsea, Mass.
Well, I must admit, it doesn't look like a very impressive place. I can understand why you're anxious to get out of it.
But it's the birds. It's the birds, Roger. Look into the bird's eyes. What do you see?
I don't know. I mean, they look kind of glassy. But that's all right. I mean, I'm not looking to date them. Yeah, all right. I know. I'm just really feeling it today, but I'm glad I'm out here. It's very nice and peaceful. I mean, there's places along here you could swear you wouldn't believe you were anywhere near a big city.
You know, it feels good to me to cheer up a guy like you.
I appreciate it.
I know you've been on the down and outs, the
Oh,
skids.
oh, just terrible. Yeah, I really appreciate it. God, I haven't been like that in so long. It's been so long since I had a breakup.
You were sober when you were seeing Cynthia.
Of course, and I don't drink a lot. You know that. But oh man, these last few weeks, it's just been terrible.
God,
You know.
it's got to be hard on you. It's got to be hard.
Well, it's none of it's any fun if it's just you. You know, okay, you know, and this is why I appreciate friends right now. You know, it's like I need to get with people. Oh yeah, I've been very fortunate. Except in the one thing, you know,
To think what Cynthia is doing right now.
Oh please, that's exactly
With her body, with
that's
her,
exactly
with her moves. To think about that.
Don't say it. Don't.
I don't want to put salt in the wound, Roger.
Well, but
you must be hurting.
Well, I have been. Yes, I'll admit it. But please don't even.
One of your best friends, what he did to you.
Oh, please don't speak about Nathan.
Don't speak about
it.
the childhood memories. But seriously, you don't drink now, huh? You kind of try to put the
Well, I
bottle
mean, I'm
away.
not. I may have another at some point, but
It
the
must
last
be
few
difficult
weeks.
for you to be so sober.
No, it's just the last. You know,
But I'm
not
here to
really
be a good
drinker.
friend to you.
But I can't concentrate.
How could you?
No, it's like I'm trying to do business. I'm talking
Cynthia
to
was a
people.
beautiful woman.
Don't get me
And now
started.
she's left you in the dust. She moved on from you. She
Wow.
left you in the lurch. She abandoned you.
You
Humiliated you.
whatever, however you want to express it.
How could she do that?
I don't
It
blame.
makes me mad.
I don't blame her. Because God bless her, she's got a good heart, but she's not always the smartest with certain things, and I think she's just been led astray. You know, and it's my fault.
She's left you astray.
Well, it's
You're like a stray dog that can't find the pound. I feel
Well.
bad for you.
well,
I really do.
thank you.
That's why I met you today.
Thank you. What?
I'm missing an important NFL football game, but I'm here for you, my friend.
Well, I know how much that means to you. I know. I'm grateful. Believe me.
This guy, Nate,
Yes.
what he did to you is wrong.
Well, you're not telling me anything I don't know.
And we both know that.
Yes.
So what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
I don't even want to think about him.
We
I
got to
don't-
get back at him.
No, we don't. We don't know.
We can
It's-
put pepper in his coffee.
No.
We could send him an envelope of anthrax. What do
No,
you think?
I just don't want to acknowledge his existence. I want to forget about him entirely.
We could make him a bike seat with razor blades.
Well,
You could sneak in his house with a long knife and cut off his genitalia. What do you think?
The thought has occurred to me.
We got to do something.
For me, it's just like I got to get away from it all. I got to have new experiences. I've got to put all this.
Look at the duck he's done.
Plus, like, the fact
it's just
that
like I got to put this all behind me in some way.
Look, these ducks are going down like Cynthia.
Mike,
Disgusting.
I'm telling you, you got to cut it out. Thank you.
Things with you and Cynthia, they seem to be over and out, Roger. Don't they?
Well, I keep. There are days when I think, oh, if I only do thus and so, if I call her this time, maybe she'll pick up and answer me. Maybe if I leave a message today, she'll call back.
She's not going to call
She's
back.
not going to call. She didn't change her phone number or anything. I leave messages, nothing, no response, no I'm sorry, I've moved on. No conversation, no direct admission that things are over. No, she just lets me guess it all.
Cynthia McDonald has moved out. She's moved away. She's over and out for you, Roger.
I didn't realize this subject would move you so deeply, Mike.
Her father was going to hire you.
No, I don't know where you got that idea. I went into business for myself.
You were going to be a clothing designer.
No, I wasn't. I was going to be a salesman. This was what my father wanted for me, but I had no interest in that.
To hear your story,
Oh, well.
the sadness, the melancholy.
Well,
I'm sorry, Roger.
I'm sorry too. I didn't realize this would upset you so.
I'm taking one for the team.
Oh, it's much
I'm doing it
appreciated.
on your behalf.
Well, that's nice to know.
And I'm missing the Chiefs against the Bills today.
Ah.
On your behalf.
Well,
Playoffs, NFL.
I know how much you love football. I appreciate it that you're taking this time.
But I do it for a friend. And I knew Cynthia.
Yes, I know.
She was a beautiful girl.
Please.
She could stop traffic. Let's face it.
I remember one of the great things about being with her is like we'd go to a place.
You would?
We'd go to places. We'd go to a restaurant. I'd take her to a club or
For
something.
2 years you saw this woman.
And wherever we went, people would go. They would look at her. And I felt every time they did that, I felt like $1 million. I felt like I was the luckiest man.
You were like the great Gatsby without the money.
I was the luckiest man on earth. The luckiest man on earth. Because everybody was jealous.
You've gone from the top notch to the gutter in a heartbeat. And, for you to experience that must be difficult.
Mike, I have never been a big drinker. This is just a thing that's happened because of what's been happening with me.
I want to be a good friend to you. Through your sobriety now.
Mike, I am not an alcoholic. I have had a problem recently because of this thing that's happened in my life. Who knows?
What you'd need to do now is think about these birds.
Well, it gives me something to think about that isn't Cynthia.
Let's just name the different species of bird we've seen out here, huh?
Mike, I am not going for those setup lines anymore.
And
They're mallards and they're geese. Let's call them that. Stick to that.
Yes.
Mallards and geese. That's all we've seen today.
The mallards, I understand when you're sleeping sometimes they could bring you down. It's to think about the mallards and the comforters and the feathers they provide. They might very well provide you a chance to get on down.
I'm not sure I'm following.
And the mallard is a species of duck.
See, now you're getting desperate, Mike. Now you're giving yourself your own straight line today.
And when I think of this guy, Nate, your ex-roommate, this childhood friend of yours, Nate,
Yes.
I feel like I want to rip his face off,
Yes.
He reminds me of that song by Devo, Mongoloid. He's a Mongoloid.
One chromosome too many? It determined what he could see.
Mongoloid. He's a Mongoloid. Just think together we could rip his face off.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to go there. I don't even want to think about... I mean, I do think about things like that, but it's just...
If the knife was sharp enough, we could just
Mike,
his face right off.
please, Mike, I'm
He'd
not...
still be alive
I'm
if he
not-
was lucky.
I don't even want to think about the man. I do not want to acknowledge his existence.
You could put the mask on and then find Cynthia and say, "How do you like me now?
No,
How do
no.
you like me now? Why so serious?" You know, some of us out there, we're so oblivious to what football is and the NFL that I'm missing today. They think the ball is stuffed with horse feathers. This is not just another night at the opera.
No. It's not a box of animal crackers either.
Ah, exactly. Now you're talking.
I don't have coconuts in my head.
No, you don't.
I know what's going on.
Yeah, you can see the bright future ahead of us.
That's
You-
right. It's at the circus.
Life is not just a day at the races. You're right.
It's not room service either.
It's not room service.
No, nobody gives you anything for free. You gotta go. You gotta go west.
Meanwhile, my life here in this area is nothing but a bowl of duck soup. Oh,
Yeah, well, mine feels like nothing but monkey bones.
you saw Cynthia for 2 years.
Oh, please, I know.
Did she ever let on that she could possibly be a slut?
No, she was not like that. She'd never done anything like this until she met that man. It was that man that was responsible. He's the one I blame. Oh, you tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'm very glad that you're here supporting me, Mike. This means a lot, really. It's such a difficult time.
The fact that I was friends with Nate up until now.
Ah.
Now I'm in your corner.
Well, again, I'm very grateful. But
What-
that's a guy like that. It's like the word friend means nothing to him. You find out it's like you say you're his friend, and I
Nate
was
the
his
Great. Nate the Great.
And the word friend means nothing to him. I find out because if you're friends with somebody, you do not take their most precious possession.
And he did. He stole your girl away.
Yeah, I know.
You must be infuriated.
I went through all that part.
Oh, Nathan, it's so good to see you.
I would just like him to disappear from the planet. And certainly I would like for him to disappear from my consciousness.
What if he fell off the Long Island Ferry?
I would not be
Inconvenient.
distressed. I could cope with that quite well.
What if he took a ride to Jersey?
If you're going to dump somebody, you dump them in the Meadowlands.
The Meadowlands it shall be. For a certain amount of money.
No, I know people who know people like that. I have nothing to do with them, and I won't have anything to do with them.
Hun, do you realize how much you actually, like, you are for me? You mean so much to me.
It's like I call her, and I leave a message, and she knows my number, like she knows her own number, and she doesn't call back. I really don't know.
I understand. You must be broken up about it, Roger.
Well, I'm depressed and I'm pissed off, and no, I don't broken up. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna jump off this bridge or anything.
No.
It's just. I mean, I thought she was the one. You know, I mean, I made a mistake. I went on a double date. I went on a double date with her with my best friend.
Nate.
I thought he was my best friend. No, I don't.
Nate, I think we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. This is so wonderful. I can imagine growing old with you.
You know, you don't know a guy's heart until you put a temptation in front of him.
Si ya te fijas como medio.
You know, I mean, it's like I knew the guy was a bit of a wolf, right? You know, he was always bragging about this and that. I just never figured he would do that to me, of all people.
Cynthia, thank you so much.
Oh
You know,
well, I appreciate.
I would take this guy and I would strangle him if I had to.
Well, I
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's right. You don't. There's moods, believe me, when I want to. I'm not like that, but there are times when I can hardly see straight. I'm so angry.
Well, and you lost a very beautiful woman.
Oh, don't start. Don't start. It's like every time I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I think about. You know, it's like I wait for years. It's been years since I had anybody like that I felt halfway good, that good about.
Your little friend Nate, you know, he turned out to be a little backstabber.
Well, that's a kind way to put it, yes.
Yeah.
It's like you think you know a guy your whole life, but you don't, and then you find out you don't know him at all. You know.
You know, Roger, I'm really sorry. That's why I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that
The
very
stuff
much.
Nate did to you behind your back. You know, it's unforgivable.
Well,
If he was here right now, you know, I would probably whack him.
I'd be tempted. I'm not denying I would be tempted.
Nobody understands. But you and I actually can keep going together with each other.
You're the only one who understands. I love you so much, Nate.
If I see that kid, man, I'm telling you, pick him up and throw him right in this water.
Well, I would find it difficult in my heart to blame you if you did. I would find it very difficult.
Running off with your girl.
Jeez.
He's probably doing her right now.
Oh, don't start, please. You don't think I think about that every day? Thinking about it.
I didn't want to tell you this before, but he took her on vacation to Hawaii. Yeah, there's pictures on the social media of him and her holding hands at Waikiki.
I'm not
God.
surprised. I'm not surprised.
You know, I'm not going to lie, man. I know you were crying some tears about it.
She took everything. She came back when I wasn't there. She had the key. She came in. She took everything.
That's right, you told me, yeah. She took like some of your magazines, too.
Well, you know, I don't think that was her though. If it was, that's the stuff that she took was her stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's maddening because it's not like it's like I lose two people. I lose two.
Cynthia and your best friend Nate.
It's two. That's right. It's a double.
I could see the anguish in your eyes, Roger.
Well, it comes and goes.
Can I be honest with you, Roger?
You always have been, Mike. I'll say that for you.
You know, this guy Nate,
Yes.
to be honest, I think he's a total dick. He's got a lot of nerve stealing your girl. I've always thought, ever since I met this guy, he was a hoser, a prick, a dirtbag, a wanker, an asswipe, a douchebag, a dick face. Nate, the pathetic loser, the pissant, the moron, the stupid asshole. Your friend Nate, total waste of sperm and egg, a mongoloid, a talentless dipshit, the rice dick. Nate, the puss ass, the lowlife, the wussy. He's a shithead, a turd goblin, a scumbag, a lowlife. He's a dork. What excuse did he give when he stole your girl anyway?
He didn't say a thing. I had to find it all out for myself.
As I heard, he was rubbing her back. He was just rubbing her back. Yeah, well, that's a dog shit excuse. And I'm gonna kick his ass if I see him.
Don't.
I'm upset on your behalf, Roger.
Thank you.
As a friend to you. Man up, Roger. You could do this. Use your hands the way God intended. The way God intended.
Now I'm going to leave him to fate. And
Leave him to fate, huh?
Yeah, and it's not going to be pleasant.
Stealing Cynthia's not very pleasant.
Please don't get started. Don't get started. I just need to forget that name. I just need to forget the whole thing. I don't know how. It's like I need some kind of new experience that will take all that out of my head But what that's going to be, I have no idea. I have no idea.
You know, I think I have an idea.
What's that?
It just
I'm
came
open to
me.
suggestion. What?
Yeah. Well, you've been my dear friend, Roger, and I want to get you out of this situation. I think what you do need is a new woman.
Well, tell me something I don't know.
And there's someone I know.
You're kidding.
No, I think she might be right for you. And she lives around here, too.
Well, all right. I'm open to suggestion. Sure. Yeah. What the hell? I mean, you know, absolutely. So, you know, I mean, who is this? Give her a call. You know, or give me her number and I'll call her myself. Tell her I'm Mike's friend. You'll love me.
Uh-huh. You know, if you wait right here, maybe I could go call her.
Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be fabulous. It's fabulous. I mean, great. I mean, I'm up for anything within reason.
All right, you wait here.
I'll wait here. Don't take too long. It's starting to get cold out here.
We are now up over 30 minutes.
I'll give her a call on my cell phone.
Well, that's the kind of phone you've got. Yes.
Hey, Ruth. Happy Saturday. How are you? Yeah. Good to hear yours, too. Do you still live in Scartown? There's someone I'd like for you to meet. His name's Roger. Can you be at the footbridge around 4:30 p.m. today? Awesome. Yeah, he's reformed. And he loves children. Absolutely. See you then. Yep, 4:30. Thank you. Bye-bye, Ruth. Roger,
Yeah.
I got good news.
So, what's the news?
She's on her way.
She?
Yeah.
So she's coming. This woman is coming. She's actually coming here.
She's perfect
Oh, this is
for you.
fabulous. This
She's
is
perfect for you.
she's great. She's great.
Her name is Ruth, and she's going to be here in about 15, 20 minutes.
A name from the Bible. This is great. 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, what are we gonna do? What am I gonna do? Stay warm for 20 minutes. Well, this is good. This is good. I mean, I'm ready for anything at this point. I mean, she could have one leg shorter than the other, and I'll still be willing to give it a try. This is fabulous, Mike. Fabulous. I'm real grateful. I need new experiences. I cannot keep raking over the ashes of the last thing. This is great. This is great.
Roger,
Ah,
she's coming.
I see. Oh, thank you, Mike. This is beautiful. This is going to be good. I have a good feeling about this. Thank you. Thanks a million. This is great. We're going to go to the warmest restaurant in town. This
Hey,
is
good to hear. I'll leave you with her then.
yeah. Thank you. I'll call you. Okay, I'll call you. Thank you.
Good.